Hey guys, hope you're enjoying your day today. We're going to learn more vocabulary with Russel Brand. I've already created quite a few video lessons teaching vocabulary with him, and I hope you enjoyed this one too.
But we live now in a confection of reality.
The first word of the lesson is confection. You may be familiar with the word confectionery that refers to sweets and cakes and things like that. So when he uses the word confection, he's talking about an artificial version of something, in this case, reality, an unnatural version of reality, which may be too sweet, may be idealized. Confection of reality.
Rather than reality itself. That the Oscars is a kind of pageant, a celebration of a certain set of values which can't sustain themselves, that were unable to sustain themselves. I felt the seeping encroachment of the real world crept into the...
Okay, let's talk about a couple words. The first one is seep. Seep means to flow very slowly, usually from one medium into another. For example, you could say that water seeps into earth. It moves very slowly through those openings into earth. Seeping is the adjective, and encroach is to approach something or a place where you don't belong. So the encroachment of something, the visitation of something, this is unwanted. The seeping encroachment of reality. The reality was approaching that situation very slowly, very gradually, maybe menacingly. Notice that with the verb encroach, we tend to use the preposition on, to encroach on something, to intrude on, if you want to learn a synonym for it.
The Oscars, like the presence of the Ukrainian conflict, the awareness of the last 2 years of pandemic, the sense of a broken and fissured culture.
I love that phrase, fissured culture. Fissure is kind of like a crack. So when he uses this adjective, fissured, he is referring to a culture that is broken into different pieces. It is fragmented. It is not a cohesive whole. So the word cohesive is the antonym. We have fissured and cohesive. A culture that is balkanized. There's many cracks in this culture.
Could not be kept at bay, even with all of the sequins and velvet and celebration.
Even with all those decorative pieces, sequins and velvet. So he's probably referring to the outfits, the clothes that the people who went to the Oscars were wearing. And this could not be resisted. This couldn't be stopped, couldn't be kept at bay. So this is a great idiom for you to learn. To keep something at bay is to make sure that there is a big distance between you and that thing. So that could not be held, couldn't be stopped.
It slipped in the form of a slap. Now, if you think that's kind of highfalutin, remember for a moment.
If you think this is highfalutin, highfalutin is a great word. It normally refers to an exaggerated version of something, usually language. Highfalutin language is too embellished. It is unnecessarily embellished and adorned. So he says that if you believe that I'm exaggerating this description,
and that each individual involved in that situation, even the people that devised the Oscars a century ago or whenever it was, all have an unconscious mind. The reason there's consistent imagery in culture is because we have common cultural and unconscious references that...
So he says that those unconscious traits and references broke through. And this manifested itself in the form of a slap at the Oscars.
We access and express. And I feel like those forces somehow made themselves present. It's like that event broke the framework of the Oscars. When Will Smith, and again, I got no judgment. I can imagine a situation where I would slap someone around the face if I was offended. I can imagine a situation where I'd make a joke and then think, oh God, I shouldn't have made that joke. I can imagine a situation where someone would say something about something I'm sensitive about. I can imagine any one of those situations. So me personally, and you can do whatever you want to do, I'm not going to nail my colours to the mast of a particular outcome.
I'm not going to nail my colours to the mast of a particular outcome. So this is a great idiom for you to learn. To nail your colors to the mast, and this is to firmly hold on to your judgment despite opposition. So he essentially says that I'm not going to be judgmental about what happened. I'm not going to nail my colors to the mast of a particular outcome or how things unfold.
Because, like if I meet Will Smith, I've met him before, I would like to be able to go, oh, right, Will, that was a bit mad. Or if I met Chris Rock, well, are you okay? If I met Jada Pinkett Smith, I'm in no position to judge anybody. I've done a bunch of stupid things in my life. What interests me is the phenomena of the Oscars. Why are we even having Oscars? Don't you think what this shows us is our reality can no longer sustain it? It's like if you're in a broken marriage trying to put on some weird carnival in the back garden, or if you're suffering from cancer or something, so come on, let's enter a ballroom dancing competition. Don't you think we should focus on the lymphoma? No, forget the lymphoma. Put some more lipstick on. It's like the gala can't hold itself together anymore.
Okay, so he's talking about a situation where someone, for instance, has lymphoma, very serious disorder and illness, and the lipstick and all those cosmetics won't even make a difference because there is something more serious, something more severe going on.